No, 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 no heroes. Woo! No, 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 no heroes. No heroes, baby.
Hello guys, once again my name is Skip, bringing another Topcut breakdown to you, this time from Mülheim Regional, which just happened this weekend. And yeah, let's just take a look at the decks that made it to Topcut right away. We once again have Shanks as the most represented deck, overall and in Topcut. 4 Shanks, 3 Teach, second most played deck, 2 Doffy, third most played deck, and then 2 Reiju made it to Topcut out of nowhere. Spoiler alert, one of those was me, and yeah, we'll see the deck lists in a bit. We also have 1 Lucci, 1 Purple Luffy, 1 Bonnie, 1 Red Green Smoker, and 1 Zoro. And yeah, let's not waste any time. Unfortunately, we don't have the exact proportions of what the overall distribution looked like from all 512 players. That's always a bit of an issue when we use the Bandai TCG app. We can only see the deck lists of the Topcut. But without further ado, let's take a look at the specific deck lists. We are actually going to start with Mauzio Intini's deck list, who was our runner-up, second place. And Mauzio, you might have heard this name recently in one of our breakdowns, because he just finished top 4 at London like 2 weeks ago, and now he just went straight to the final. Crazy consistency from this guy. Super nice guy. And yeah, we chatted a bit about what he changed from his list from the last time, and he actually decided to cut Otamas in favor of the 2k counter Sanji, just so there, because he apparently encountered some staff strategies and wanted to have an answer for those. And yeah, I mean, in some matchups this can also, like against Nami for example, this is already just a good card in itself. So yeah, that's the reasoning why he made that change. And other than that, I think he only changed some 5 cost ratios around, putting in 1 silvers and upping Yasop by 1. And yeah, the rest of it is fairly standard. We do see the 1 KO Shanks, and yeah, this guy's just playing super cleanly and getting great results, so congratulations there. But the reason we started with our runner-up is because the following deck lists we do already have deck profiles on our channel for. So instead of showing them to you here, we would just like to ask you to check those videos out separately. Leave a like, comment. We can really use the engagement, allows us to make even more content. And yeah, first off, we do already have a deck profile for our winner, Lair. This is blurred for you right now, I'm sorry. I have to tease you a little bit, but yeah, go check out the deck profile with Torben. Again, huge congrats. He's a good friend of mine. The other week we just were testing Riftbound with proxies over at my place. But yeah, you also saw us doing the post-ban list, tier list, and yeah, we played in semifinals against each other. He got the better of me. I was a bit salty because my deck didn't do so well, and yeah, I really wanted to win, but he's like, nobody deserves it more than him. He's such a friendly guy, and just love going out. And congrats again. Yeah, let's not. I don't want to let you linger on this blurred picture too much. Let's go to the next blurred one, which is my own deck list. I made it to top 4 with Reiju. Check out my deck profile. It's just 4 or 5 minutes. Check it out. Again, huge shout out to Luca and Rene, Luca gave me the deck list, and I asked both of them a billion questions how to play the deck, because I just picked it up on Thursday. And yeah, I was able to dodge Teach, and I just felt really good with the deck. I felt like I played really cleanly as well, apart from semifinals, where I made 1 big misplay, but I don't think it actually mattered in the end. Nevertheless, Reiju 6-6 deck, and if you think you'll dodge Blackbeard, it's an insanely good pick. Next we have our top 8 Bonnie, who was actually the not 10-0, but 9-0 in Swiss, with a very, very unique list. So the deck profile for that just went up as well. Go check it out. It's a really, really interesting list. I don't think you've seen a Bonnie list like this before. And yeah, congratulations to Mole. I didn't get to play him myself, unfortunately, but I heard he's a great guy as well. Next up, we do have noHEROES chef himself, King Moody, who has a deck profile coming out together with his son, because they played the exact same deck list with one card off, and his son Amir unfortunately was one win short, or tiebreaker short of making it to Topcut as well. But yeah, Moody securing his first serial, his first offline top, with also a fairly unique Shanks list, I have to say. So that deck profile is still in the making, so keep your eyes peeled for that. And to finish things off with the deck profiles, with the blurred lists, we do have Justin Tillman's Teach, who went 7-0 into 7-2 and then made it in through tiebreakers, luckily. Justin is one of my closest friends and testing partners, and we've been playing this game for 2 years now at the highest level and have never topped together before, and now we finally made it. Unfortunately, Justin had to face Doffy in his top 16 match and wasn't able to pull it off, which is obviously a rough a tall task to ask. But yeah, you will also find Justin's deck list on the channel, and now I can show you some actual non-blurred deck lists again. And we have another Teach to link things off, which is Babo's Teach, a list we haven't covered before in the past few weeks, because of course most of this is fairly standard, but we do have the event card I bid 500 million. Actually, I think we did see it before, but mainly people play it for this trigger, and this is just a specific version. I find 3 error quite the spicy call. I'm not sure if I agree with that, but yeah, we do have the playset of Shiryu and Van Augur despite no docu. This just helps you sometimes to finger pistol or black hole larger targets, and it's also just good in the mirror as a beat stick. So yeah, congratulations to Babo for the top 8, who actually made top cut at last Mülheim regional as well. And moving on, we do have another very, very interesting list, and that's Gamma's Red-Green Smoker. And this list is super unique because there is a couple of things. There is no Ben Beckman. There's, I guess, only 2 Tama, which is also sort of notable. There is no Monet. And there is 2 Electric Luna, which is, yeah, there's quite a few matchups in which this has can like be super insane. Also potentially game-winning trigger. Against Doffy, this is really good. Against Teach, it can be really good. In the mirror, it's probably really good. There's just only very few against Purple Luffy, like standard Purple Luffy list. It's also probably a banger. And yeah, just can be a bit bricky, I guess, but with the Don that you have available between your leader and 5-cost smoker, I'm sure this card did a lot of work for Gamma over the weekend. And we also have triple Radical Beam, which is a bit unusual, cutting down on the Igloo. But if you play like these other events, I think it makes sense to be a little more Dawn efficient on your defensive events. And the last 2 notable things are the 3 carrots. Arman also played carrots in his winning list. Same reason as why Electrical Luna is good. Just freezes a lot of the relevant cards in the meta, and also Jewelry Bonnie on 3, which we haven't really seen before. Just such a flexible card. Like, I played it in Red Green Law in my Athens run, and for example, if you lock Shanks out of their 7 Dawn turn and they can't backman, then that's like huge deal. Card just has a lot of appliances, freezing a 10 cost in the late game, super sick. And yeah, for example, against Teach, I assume they will often give you on plays and then you can lock them out of their 10 cost turn. So yeah, just a flexible card, and very cool homebrew list from Gamma. Congratulations. Next up, we do have a top 16 list from Vico, another one of my friends from Berlin, who finally, after grinding so long, made his first offline top cut. And yeah, coming in with a list that's sort of similar to what Alberto played in Munich. Sort of like, okay, we do have the standard animal early game package, but then we start to go into control-y high cost top end. And yeah, this seems to be working out really well. Julius Schürhoff was also playing a list similar to this. I'm not sure if it was the exact 50, but yeah, he was also doing fairly well, I think, up to a certain point. But yeah, really cool list, and congratulations, massive shout out to Vico for finally making it. Next up, we do have a Reiju list that I can show you, and that's Riccardo Borsari, also a player from the Italian NCL. And we actually faced, like, as a little anecdote, in round 1, he played Luca Forlan, who was the runner-up in the Milan finals last year, if you guys remember, and by now has like won an online event and multiple top 8s, insanely good player. And he was also in Reiju, and they played in round 1. So Reiju Miro round 1 already like kind of crazy. And then in round 2, Riccardo and me played against each other. And then in the very last round, in round 9, Riccardo played against another Reiju player. So 3 Reiju mirrors in a meta where nobody really was expecting Reiju is kind of crazy. And I will give a little spoiler alert here, because Riccardo is playing with Judge and Blue Ranger, which I was not, so fundamentally a very different list. And Riccardo was even going like 6-0, and then started to take 2 losses just to win the final one. And yeah, he lost in top 16 to Moody, which was pretty close. I think it was 2-1, fairly close matchup. I think both of them bricked here and there quite a bit. But yeah, in our match, he just opened Porsche into ETG, and then that's sort of the deal sealer. But yeah, Reiju is a force to be reckoned with in this matter, and congratulations to Riccardo for making it to Top Cut. All second to last, we do have my top 16 opponent. Huge shout out to Igor, rogi.jr. And I just noticed that Rogi is Igor spelled backwards. So, yeah, he has a very unique Purple Luffy list, because you will not find a Luffy Taro or Sangoro in this list. It's just Zoro, which you don't see very often in Purple Luffy. And yeah, we do have our 4-don Rampers, Miss Doublefinger as a backup. And we basically just want to get to our 9 drops as soon as possible. So the game plan is to go second, and yeah, Rogi's argument was like, Purple Luffy, as Purple Luffy, you can build a deck that sort of never loses the die roll, because your opponents always expect you to want to go first, and then if you build a list that actually wants to go second, you will always win the die roll. And yeah, that's what he did. He played actually against Moody in round 1, which luckily gave me some intel into what his list actually wants to do. So I was able to go second in our Top Cut match because I was higher seed, and then in the end he said, actually in this matchup I want to go first anyway, so didn't matter. But very cool list. The Gamma knives are also quite good in the current meta. I also played some in my Reiju list. Spoiler alert. But yeah, just a very cool list. I always love seeing these homebrewn things that nobody really. That's not like standard meta stuff to be rewarded. And yeah, unlucky for him that he had to face a really bad matchup, because I even bricked very hard in game 1, and he still. Like, he also didn't have like absolutely perfect curve, but I didn't have stage or Red Ranger, and still was able to pressure him enough to take both games. And yeah, nevertheless, huge shout out to Igor, super nice guy. Congratulations. And last but not least, who are we kidding? What would a top cut be without Enricomaria Rustico, our European champ from Utrecht, top 8 at Worlds, and a mainstay in top cuts all around Europe apparently. He's here again, insanely consistent. He's just perfected. Yeah, that's the word. He's just perfected the Doflamingo list, and he's just hitting people for 7 in the face and removing their stuff now because we are up to triple red rock, to gravity blade. We do play the 7 cost Doflamingo, super good in the mirror, very good against Shanks to bounce their backman, and then if you're on the even curve and have a teach lying, then you can even lead ability as well. We are on 2 pudding, contrary to what Gaston played in Paris. And yeah, I really like this list. I think this is very similar to what I would have run if I had brought Doffy, which I was contemplating. But yeah, there's not much to say about Enrico. He's just proven that he's one of the best players in the world, or even in the history of the game, and he is definitely the best Doffy player that the game has ever seen. So congrats, Enrico, and I'm sure we'll see you next Top Cut again. Well, yeah, that's sort of it. Yeah, again, sorry guys for the blurred deck lists. I hope you can forgive us for that, but we do put effort into these deck profiles, and want you guys to watch them, so just hop on over if you want to see the specific deck lists, and leave a like, leave some comments, and yeah, we really appreciate it. Thanks for all the support, and see you next time. Bye.